The history of the Jews begins with Abraham and continues through to the Messiah, Jesus. In the New Testament, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are referred to as ancestors. Therefore, it can be said that the root of Christianity lies in the promise God made to Abraham. First, let us introduce Abraham's family. Among the descendants of Noah, there was Terah. Terah's son was Abraham, who is said to have been born around 2165 BCE. Terah's hometown, Ur of the Chaldeans, was a city where agriculture and commerce flourished. Terah's children included his eldest son Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. Haran died early, leaving behind 2 daughters and a son. Nahor married Milcah, the daughter of Haran, who was also his niece. Additionally, Abraham married Sarah, a daughter born to his father by another woman, his half-sister from a different mother. There were special circumstances behind the intermarriages within Terah's family. Their hometown, Ur of the Chaldeans, was a prosperous place where idol worship, such as the veneration of the moon god, prevailed rather than worship of the one true God. For this reason, to maintain a pure faith in the one God, they had no choice but to marry within the family. When Abraham first appears in the Bible, he is already 75 years old. By this time, human lifespans had already significantly shortened. Although Abraham lived to be 175, he was not in the robust health of someone like Noah, who began building the ark at around 500 years old. Abraham's family, settled in Ur of the Chaldeans, lived comfortably, managing flocks of sheep and slaves. Then one day, God commanded Abraham to pack up and head to Canaan. It was in order to leave the village where they were living well and set out for Canaan, a land completely unknown to them. Even though it was a command from God, abandoning a stable life to go to an unfamiliar place was something a person without faith might dismiss as a joke. In youth, traveling or adventuring to live in new places might seem novel and exciting, but as one ages, the desire for a stable life and settling in one place grows stronger. However, Abraham was a man of deep faith. Remarkably, he resolved to obey God's command. Yet, for Abraham, the eldest son, leaving his hometown was no easy task. The entire family, including his elderly father, slaves, flocks, brothers, and relatives, had to move together. But where was their destination, Canaan? It lay to the west of the region of Ur where they lived. If they could have walked straight from Ur to Canaan, it would have been the shortest distance, but they would have had to cross a desert stretching about 1,000 kilometers. Abraham judged that crossing the desert was not suitable for a large-scale migration that included the elderly and flocks, so he chose a longer route, traveling up along the Euphrates River, passing through Haran, and then heading to Canaan. So why did Abraham abandon his comfortable life and set out for an entirely unknown land? For Abraham, a man of deep faith, a single word from God was reason enough. Along with this, God made several promises to Abraham. In Genesis 12 verses 1-3, it is written, "The Lord said to Abraham, 'Leave the land where you are living, the place of your birth, and your father's house, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you a great nation, I will bless you, and I will make your name great. You will be a source of blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. All the peoples on earth will be blessed through you.'" Abraham received truly remarkable promises from God. The group that set out from Ur eventually arrived in Haran and began to live there. Abraham's father, Terah, lived in Haran until the age of 205. Sometime later, Abraham, along with his wife Sarah, his nephew Lot, and their slaves, resumed their long journey and finally arrived in the promised land of Canaan.